Doke. Here we go. We've even got audio commentary now. Yay. My god. Excuse me. So, this is me working on a thing, and this is you looking at it, and this is Inkscape. This is where I do most of my work, at least of this kind. I do my silhouettes in here as well. I guess I'll be going through some of the basic techniques and bits and things, and generally how I do things. You can turn this sound off and put on some nice music and just watch me dawdle around in something which is basically akin to MS Paint of the vector world. And my throat's a bit messy, so also, this is the first time ever recording or doing anything like this. Yay, so congratulate me. Okey-doke. As you can see, I zoom around the screen a lot, using a lot of the hotkeys as well, because that's the first thing you want to really get down with Inkscape is its wonderful hotkeys. Everything has an assigned hotkey or some sort of command you can send, which is nice, meaning that your work gets done way faster. Let's see. Oh, this is hard, talking and drawing at the same time. This is really hard. I don't know how people do this. They probably don't. If you're wondering, I actually have no idea what I'm doing. I really don't. I really don't. When you see me kind of pick up a spot somewhere and start dragging around like I'm doing right now, there was absolutely zero purpose behind that. I just felt like picking that spot. It caught my eye, and here we are dawdling a lot with this freaking little whatever this is. Is it a little PowerPoint, is it? Yeah, it's a little PowerPoint. Yeah, that's what it is. There we go. See, I don't even know what I'm drawing here. So, it's incredibly basic. The program is, as I say, it's pretty much MS Paint for vector world. It's depressing. Any real artist right now is going to tell me or ask me or just send me to hell and say, why don't you just use Illustrator? And, you know, I really should. I probably should. You probably shouldn't do this if you are an aspiring vector artist. This is terrible. Don't do this. Whatever I'm doing, just don't. And if you, for some reason like myself, really have an attachment to Inkscape, and you'll know it, you won't be able to really explain why it is that you really like Inkscape, but you will. I'm hoping that I can provide you with some little tips or something as you watch me dart around this screen like a maniac, drawing with little blobs. So, alright, as you can see, I use mostly the, what's it called, pen tool? Yeah, the pen tool and the kind of node editing. It's, yeah, that'll do. It's incredibly useful. I absolutely adore it. Probably this is why I actually like Inkscape, in fact. It's because the freedom of movement and not dealing with these little bastards here. There they are. As we all know, in the vector world, this is what we're going to deal with. Is these bloody anchor points. And whenever you want something done in vectors, you got to use freaking anchor points. Luckily, Inkscape just lets you drag whatever the hell, wherever you want, without any issue or problem. Which is nice. And that's how I do things. My god, what to do. Everything looks terrible. This is all bad. Why is that like that? Oh yeah, and my layering, I don't use layers. I should, I don't. I just kind of nudge stuff around. So when you see me kind of push things up and down like that, this is my usual way of layering. I don't actually know whether this piece here, this piece here is below or above this thing here. Who knows? Who knows? I don't care. No. Sure. Makes troubleshooting incredibly painful, and which is why I kind of really don't like to go back to my old drawings. And again, a real artist will tell me something about workflow and important things. They can go to hell. They probably know better, but I don't care. So, let's see. Oh yeah, this is my inside brain commentary. This is, you know, kind of what I sound like when I'm just talking to myself here, all alone, working this fucking thing. What to do? Oh, you, no, you, yeah, you. Look at this bastard. Look at it. Just no shadows, nothing. There we go. See, look how easy that is. Absolutely freaking amazing. No faffling about with layers. None of that crap. Minimal complexity. Minimal graphic user interface business. It's great. And you really kind of have to... Yeah, I just seriously eyeball it. Eyeball the whole thing. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no... Well, I've got this guy as my reference point. Fuck him. I don't need that. I don't need any of you. Don't need you. Don't... Oops. See, look at that. Who would have thunk it? But this thing is above this thing. Look at that. I wouldn't have imagined. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Look at that. Ugh. Check it. This even has a stroke on it. My God. What am I doing? Okay. Done. So, look at all these straight lines. Oh, that's terrible. But then again, I kind of like them. Oof. Damn it. I have to decide whether I like the straight lines or the straight lines or not. What looks good? What looks good? Does that look good? Oh my God, what is even anything? Ugh. No. Oh, you suck. What about that way? Too bright. Way too bright. See, I kind of want some of this nice, sharp, jaggedy stuff. I really do. At the same time, it's so sharp and jaggedy. It just looks really unnatural. Gosh, but maybe because it looks so unnatural, I like it. I just don't know. These spikes are identical. That's a biggie, right? So you don't ever want to kind of create the same angles too closely to each other. Well, it creates repetition. Repetition is it becomes overlooked. But then if you've got too much random, whatever the hell this is, that gets too busy and the viewer just ends up staring at this thing all day long. So I need to simplify that so the people that are looking at this piece can actually appreciate a bit of all the rest of this business here rather than just really focusing on this. Okay, so the way we're going to fix that up is we're going to make it more predictable. Of course, I could just take out that whole white piece here because that would make it way more predictable, but that's okay. We'll just roll with it. We'll try to... Yeah, so see this line here? I'll just draw it for you. There you go. So this guy right here, what we've got going, this is really good. See, that's a nice movement line I've created there. So, that's predictable. If you look at it, your brain kind of just calculates that little line and it goes, oh yeah, I know what's happening here. If you start off here, you look at it this way, it kind of starts predicting stuff. What I'd like it to do is I'd like you to kind of curve around here. So we want to go from, where's that movement line? Where do we start off? We want to be somewhere around here when we start off. So middle of page. Theoretically, we start off here. Something like that. So that's our main focus point right there. Oops daisy. What am I doing? There you go. Look at that. Okay, never mind. You can't see that. You? Yeah, fuck it. You know what? There. So this little circle which I've been trying to draw creates our little starting point from where the viewer looks at things. So I want this thing here to probably be around there. So you really notice this resistor mark first, because that's probably what I'm going to call this piece. From there, which way do we look at things? Which way do we look at things? It's a funny looking piece, really. I mean, probably goes down, because that's where we've got our most major chunky stuff. You know, you've got two options. You can go this way, because, I mean, heck, that's a movement line there. And then we've got something like that way. Yep, that's the arrow. So we've got these two little movement lines. Oh, one's a big one. We've got our tension here, and we've got this shooting straight down here. And because I go, what I want to do is I want it to kind of go this way and back up, following that curve, which is going to be a bit harder because this is so strong. Let's see, it's counterbalancing this little. Well, in fact, it's just overriding this entire piece. So perhaps what we'll do, rather than following along this line, I know I was meant to be simplifying stuff, but looking at it again, I'm probably going to do something like that. Now this is creating a diversion point here, so let's just adjust ourselves a little bit. Da, 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 da. Yep. Where the fuck are you? I don't know. Get out. You. There you go. Yep. Sweet. So let's just like that. So we're trying to kind of curve around. That's too pretty. That's way too the samey. So let's keep. That's way too predictable still. Fuck. Okay, fine. Let's leave you as you were for now. That's good. I really like this diversion point here. This one's annoying, but it was part of the initial drawing. The idea was that it was more oval. The initial drawing, I assume what I was trying to do is something like of an oval. Yeah, that'll do it. It was meant to be. Yeah, the original drawing was basically trying to be like this nice oval-esque shape. What we don't have of the original, though, is the original allowed itself to kind of be a bit looser, which is the opposite of the Rorschach series. The Rorschach series, I kind of remaster these super loose psychotic drawings into something more stable, which is a fun concept. So let's see, where are we? Here we are. So we've got this encapsulation here. That's where I'd like to really keep myself. So in that case, this off the screen business here, which is just making it run off a little bit, I'm just tweak it just a little tiny bit here. That way, kind of picks up a little bit. Yeah, so oh, my voice is fucked. Yeah, come here. Come on. Come here. Do it. Yes. No. Maybe. What are you doing? Is this correct? Ugh, I don't know. Nobody knows. Okay, let's try that way. That's a bit better. There'll probably need to be more of a curve. So let's just see what we can do about this. See, I'm trying to really push this whole thing that way. Like that. Rather it shooting off the screen or off the page, where the viewer will then kind of forget themselves and, maybe there's a pot plant here whenever this thing is hanging. Like, what the hell am I trying to say? So, What I want to do is really redirect it, I think. Okay, so that's a bit too harsh. Way too harsh. It's way too obvious as well. You don't want it to be obvious. You want your direction changes and all the rest of it to be fairly. You want to catch the eye and make the viewer believe that they are in fact in control of exploring your piece, which is rather than, you know, the artist just forcing them around the place. So at least that's my approach to things. I like to make people feel like yeah, in control of their own will. Fa la la la. Let's see. That's wrong. Okay, so here we go. We're simplifying this asshole now. Bit better, but because that's such a heavy straight line, see, that's this little white bibbit is really reinforcing that strength. So I want to perhaps curve it a bit or something. I don't know. Let's have a think here. What to do? What to do? This way, we're white is stronger than yellow, so we're forcing away. Let's take that out. We're stopping. We're kind of starting to make this push here. So perhaps I'm going to even copy this curve on it, because that might really help the brain connect a little bit more once it gets to that curve. Repetition. Repetition is your friend when you are trying to make these connections. So when the brain sees another one of these things, it goes, oh yeah, I've seen that. And it's more comfortable. Then again, that could be my fucking enemy right now, because if that is more curved, then the brain might skip it. Who bloody knows? Okay, well, no, you know what? That does not look right. That's not going to work there, so I'm going to undo that. If I'm contradicting myself, that's because I'm thinking, and there are many a way to control movement with different factors playing in, and sometimes just sometimes it makes sense to do one thing, and then sometimes it makes sense to do the exact opposite or break those rules and all sorts of random crap. In this, you're just gonna have to bear with me as I mumble on about various obscure methods of trying to make this freaking curve. Okay. That's just not right. That's not right. That's not right at all. Yeah, see, my one was just kind of, rather than shooting straight down, it's a bit better, but now it's way too heavy a curve. Let's lift it up a little bit. A bit more twirl to it, maybe. Twirl. That's it's a bit steep, but not too bad. Think of it as a water slide. Just run your eye along this line and go. See this, and where does it pull you? Does it pull you up, or does it kind of just it shoots off here? So if I can catch this little movement here with perhaps this, we might just be able to pull it off. So see, I fairly haphazardly drag stuff around and don't really care for modifying the nodes and all the rest. But I work fairly loosely on these drawings in a way, or loosely controlled, but you know, it's loose, but it's still way more controlled than this bloody sketch. At least I've got. Ugh. Okay. It's terrible. Why do you not work? Okay, let's take out this movement line because I don't need to see this anymore. Don't need to see that anymore. The fuck are you? The fuck are you? Who put you there? What are you? Right. Yeah, better. Let's just bolden up this line, maybe. How bold can we do it? That's cool. To have thickness, but not too much thickness. What about this way? It's way too complicated down here. Way too complicated. Let's try simplifying it. And yeah, undo and redo are your best friends. Freaking love the ability to undo my fuck ups. It's great. It's great. In fact, I use them not enough on this, I think. Let's have a look. That way it's giving us a bit of a curl, but we want to do it this way. What am I doing? Yeah, as you can see, zero planning. I have no idea what I'm doing. Which is nice, because you can kind of take yourself down these alternative timelines where you've messed around with something and you don't like, just undo it. Here we go. Maybe we can use this chord. Bit of a... Yes. Yes. Maybe. No, but that's weird. No. Wrong. But that's too thin. That's definitely too thin. I can see it's too thin. I can feel it's too thin. What about you? Can we use you? Can we use you? Who can we use? What can we use here? What about you? Can we do you? Too thick. Yeah, I've got this bullshit to deal with. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're the problem here. How's that? That looks fucking stupid. Does it? Ugh, I don't know. Give me a second. Too many dangly bits. Way too many dangly bits. I do not like those dangly bits. So, this is hard. Okay. Yeah, and of course you, as usual, always come across these little moments when you're working on something. You're like, oh yeah, I really enjoy doing this thing, and just stuck on one particular freaking aspect. And I'm sure somebody, I don't know, maybe I'm actually, or maybe I'm an actual artist and I know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to say that's probably a lie. And a real artist, or somebody who knows anything about anything to do with art, unlike my freaking self. Okay, will tell me that I'm probably doing it wrong. Am I doing this wrong, Mr. Imaginary tutor of mine? Probably. They'll scold me like they do in Russia. Tell you that you're completely a total failure, and put you up in front of the class and tell all the kids to laugh at you. Yeah, see, that's what I had to go through. That was our art class, for crying out loud. Alright, how's that? Terrible, still awful. No, not fixing anything. Oh, come on, just... You. It's too many dangly bits. Oh my god, you know what? You, it's you. I know what it is. It's you. You can go away. Now you can come back, because no, it wasn't you. Okay, fine. Maybe it was it you? There's too many bits. There's way too many bits. There's just too many bits. That's what it is. Okay, so I think I'm nailing down the problem here. There are too many bits. They are too dangly, and everything is hard because of them. That's what it is. That's what we're going to go with. That's my opinion on this. There. I kind of liked it better that way. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe. No, not you. You can stay where the fuck you are right now. You. Oh, not quite. Okay, hold on. Too many dangly bits. What about you? No. Wait. You. Connect you with you. That creates too much a clusterfuck. Okay, there. You. Why are you like this? Can you not be like that? There. See, I don't want these intersections between the yellow and the black. They're icky. They are just icky. Yellow, black, and white intersections, I mean. Because just a clusterfuck is all it is. Total goddamn clusterfuck. I can't focus, and your eye won't be able to look right, and it'll just look funny. Fuck 'em. What's this? Whoa, that's a bit too much of a steep curve here. Also, clean up your curves. Good idea. Do it. Looks nice that way. Yeah. The fuck is this? Oh, the fuck is that? Okay, the fuck is this? Okay, so as I was saying about these little curves that are nodes, they just have little angles to them where they shouldn't be. Don't do it. It sucks. It ruins the industry standard. Don't do it. Put points on things. It's a good idea. Hey, alright, cool. Okay, this thing, why is that conflicting like that? Because I made it so. Okay, genius me. Alright. Let's not have that there. So, no. Maybe. Yes. Perfect. Nailed it. Okay. Fiddly diddly diddly tiddly. Okay, I'm gonna pause that there for a second.